Hi everybody, I pray that you are having a wonderful day today. Today's topic is on picking your battles or fighting the right fight. So the other day, my daughter and we go to the grocery store, and lo and behold, as we walk in, there's a person who doesn't want to wear a mask and is causing a ruckus with the employees of the store. So I sit there and just kind of observe and take it in, and another employee walks by and she looks at what's going on, and she just looks so tired and weary, and she looks at me and she's just like, and at that moment I got that hit that they deal with this every day. And I turned to her and go, it's every day, isn't it? And she goes, in one way, shape, or another. And we just got to talking. And as we were talking, she goes, I get it. In her own household, she is, a person that's not fond of the mask mandates either. She goes on to say, but you know what? In my household, there are 2 rules. Rule number 1 is don't be a dick. Rule number 2 is if you're a dick, apologize and refer back to rule number 1. And I turned to her and I go, those are great rules for a household, for any household actually. And, I was thankful for that conversation and thankful that she got the level of mutuality and understanding that she needed in that moment to make her day so much better. Because she did actually turn to me and she's like, it's people like you that make my day and my job so much better and so much easier. And that's pretty much the backstory for this discussion right now is, I get it. People don't like the masks, and it sucks that we're not going back to the way that things used to be. We're not going back there. And I understand that people feel like their rights are being effaced. They are. You don't have the same amount of freedoms. And I understand those who literally cannot wear a mask because they have a phobia. Because putting something over their face can trigger them into a panic attack, an anxiety attack, something like that. I totally get it. And the unfortunate part is that most stores aren't going to make an exception for you. So you have to get resourceful. You have to get smart. Okay? You have to figure things out. Sitting there and trying to badger employees at a store that is a franchise or, a large corporation, you're not going to get far. Okay? Employees are not going to want to risk their jobs, their money, and their livelihood at a time when those things are not that common right now for you. All right? I know that's shocking. I know that sucks. I know that's harsh. They are not the decision makers. Employees at a grocery store are not the decision makers. They can't help you. They need to do their job so that they can keep their paycheck coming in. The owners of the store are not going to help you unless it's a mom and pop shop and they are absolutely on the same page, or they know you, or they can make specific accommodations for you. If it's a bigger store that's a chain, not going to happen. Okay? Because their policies, at least here in California, are based on state mandates. It is state mandated in California to be wearing a mask in public or in a store. That store is liable if you are let in to shop in that store without a mask. So you're putting not only one employee's job at risk, you're putting a whole store of employees' jobs at risk. There are consequences. And they don't want those consequences for one person that wants to be argumentative, rude, and ill-informed. So, hearing and understanding that wearing masks and that these mask mandates suck, there are better options and there are other options. The better option is take the fight to where you need to take the fight. Take the fight to the decision makers. All right? That's at the state level. You can also choose to support mom and pop shops that will choose to support you. But you're not going to get that at a big chain store that has a blanket policy that is based on a state mandate. So how often do we do this in our lives where we just literally try to fight these losing battles at the expense of others and at the expense of ourselves? Because sitting there trying to fight a mask mandate in a chain grocery store is only going to lead to employees feeling harassed, burnt out, frustrated, and upset, and you getting kicked out of the store feeling the same way. Now, if that is your goal, you've nailed it. But if your goal is to change this mask mandate to get your rights back, you're fighting at the wrong level. You got to take it up a notch. And if you're just one person, you're just one person. But you might as well try, right? So, how often are we doing this in our lives where we fight these battles that there's no winning there? That we're not sitting here informing ourselves, okay, who do I need to go to change this? Who do I need to talk to? What can I do? What is actually in my power to change? Instead, you decide to fight this losing battle and you get beat up in the end and you do it over and over again. So, my ask on this is to get informed. If you need help coming up with ideas, like let's say you do go into panic attacks, if a mask touches your face, you are in full-on panic attack mode, there are options for you. So reach out. I can definitely help to support in getting ideas, getting options forward, things to help support you. Okay, because I know that one size fits all is never accommodating everybody. And I realize that there are people that literally go into panic attacks having to put a mask on their face. And, it feels powerless. It sucks that things have changed this dramatically within our lifetimes so quickly. But let's get on a better foot where we can fight a winning battle, where we can work things out to the greatest of everyone, where we can work things out to where people feel safe, to where you feel like your rights are there, to where it's a win-win for everybody. And that takes negotiation, and that takes sitting down, and that takes taking the responsibility to take the battle to where the battlefield's at. I really pray that this helps you guys. Reach out. I don't pick sides. I understand various viewpoints. That's where I come from. So I pray that this has blessed you and maybe given you some ideas of how to pick your battles better or fights that you can actually try to win. All right, have a good one.